Hello, welcome back to Premier League Dad. We are live for another big Belgian game. It's the Belgian Super Cup Final. It's Royale Union Saint-Gilloise, or Union SG as they're known locally as. So we'll go with Union SG against Club Brugge. This is a repeat of last year's Belgian Cup Final. Last year, Union SG won it 2-1. And it's the winners of the Belgian Super Pro League up against the winners of the Belgian Cup, Club Brugge. So, favourites probably Union SG, just about. Club Brugge, a very, very strong side. We saw that last season with how they played against Aston Villa and against Manchester City as well. They played really, really well against the English sides last year, just going out against Villa in the end. But, a really, really wonderful side. And this one's going to be an interesting watch. It is live on DAZN if you want to watch along with me. It is live. I'm just trying to see if I can get hold of it. LFC fan, hey, I asked out the girl. She didn't respond yet, but my mum found out about my crush and said, I'm pretty sure she has a boyfriend. Listen. Whoa. Give it time. Give it time. It ain't a no till it's a no, mate. It ain't a no till it's a no. You just hang in there. Just hang in there. Okay, before we do get stuck into this live, obviously I do just want to say a big, big thank you to our sponsors on this channel, Matchbingo. Matchbingo continuing to sponsor Premier League Dad and all of our lives. If you haven't yet, please do go and download the Matchbingo app. You can do so by clicking the link in my description. You can go and download it. There's a very limited time for you to do that. It's running out at the end of this month, but basically if you deposit £5, you get £10 free with my special Premier League Dad link. You can go and download it. You can buy a bingo card for a game like this one. I don't think you can buy a bingo card for this particular game, but you can buy a bingo card for any of the Women's Euros games that's coming up. I think cricket is on there now. Tennis will be on there very soon as well. It's a wonderful app, Matchbingo. It's growing incredibly quickly. Over 10,000 players in the UK. They've paid over £250,000 in prize money. And growing incredibly quickly. So go and check them out. Go and download the app. Let me know what you think. It's basically a combination between everything we love about a bet and everything we love about a game of bingo. So if you like a game of bingo and you like a bet on the football, Matchbingo will be absolutely perfect for you. If you don't like either of those things, then I would say stay away. It's not right for you. Leave it well alone. It's not your thing. But like I say, you can win up to £250 in prize money for every game that you do put a bingo card on for. Go and check it out. Up to £250 in prizes to be won, and you can get £10 free if you sign up using my special link. So go and check them out. LFC Fan 200 is the golf on Matchbingo. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't think there is. I know they've added cricket to it. And I think they may be adding... Well, they are adding tennis to it. I don't know if they've already done that yet or if it's coming up in the next week or two. But it is happening. You've definitely got cricket. And I think you've got tennis very, very soon if you've not already. But football, cricket, tennis, I'm sure there will be others coming up. Yeah, maybe there will be golf in the nearby future. Certainly for this upcoming season, Matchbingo is growing so quick. They've added all these new sports to it, so they're all just catching up. It's really, like I said, I am promoting it. Of course, I'm promoting it, the supporting the channel. However, I do honestly think, aside from all that, it's a slightly different approach to a bet on the football, and it's worth a dabble. Like I say, for the free tenner, it's worth a go. It's worth a try. I'd chuck a fiver at it if nothing else, and like I said, you can win up to 250 quid for every game you bet on, and for put a fiver on, get a tenner free, 15 quid. 15 quid probably gets you 5, maybe 6 bingo cards, and each one of them could be worth 250 quid. So good luck. Go and check it out. Let me know what you're thinking. Right, so what was I going to say? Matchbingo. Ben Hamabi winning 3-2. They were 2-0 down at half time. Need Hacken to score. Good luck with that. LFC fan. Oh, we've done that one. Sorry, Chimey. How's it going, Chimey? Good to see you. How's it going, Sam? Good to see you too. Wim, if it's 0-0 after 90 seconds, does it go to penalties? After 90 minutes? This one, I believe it does, mate. Yeah, I think it does. You should know better than I. You're a Belgian. You're a Belgian at heart, you know. You should know this, but I think it is, yeah. Sam, Champions League footy. What about... This isn't Champions League. No, this is the Belgian Cup Final. The Belgian Super Cup Final. This is effectively... Well, I guess the Belgian Charity Shield. It's the Belgian Charity Shield. Callum getting 5-0 win against Stoke. Yes, I know, yeah. Darwin Núñez hat-trick. Florian Wirtz with I don't know if he got an assist or a hockey assist, but Szoboszlai played incredibly well. Chiesa scored 2, and Engamoa scored as well. So, yeah, feels like Liverpool are, you know, it's not a bad little setup. Right, why are you not working now? Right, I need to get rid of the DAZN app, because for whatever reason it's decided to leg it. Right, uninstall. I'm gonna uninstall it and then reinstall it. Sam, how's it going? Celtic 4, Newcastle 0. I know, yeah. LFC Fan 200 was the Liverpool game on TV. No, it wasn't. No, it was behind closed doors. Yeah, it was behind closed doors friendly, but I think they are showing... I think they're showing the goals on LFC TV. So, yeah, you will see them at some point. Wim, this season in Belgium is semi-automatic offsides. Could do with that in the Premier League, to be honest, couldn't we? Okay. Let me get myself all set up everywhere else. Sam, did you see Usyk Dubois? I didn't. No, I didn't see Usyk and Dubois. No, I'm not really a boxing fan, to be honest, mate. I'm not really a lover of boxing. It's not really my thing. Who won it? What was my... How work semi-automated offsides? Semi-automated offsides basically just means that it's a normal... It's done through mostly AI, and then the linos just have to... The VAR, but semi-automated. It means we're getting there. Hopefully in years to come we'll have a fully automated, foolproof offside system that is never ever wrong. Ben, I have Hammarby, Häcken, Tromsø, Maribor and BTTS in this game you're watching. Okay. BTTS in this one I think is a very first shout. I think that probably will happen. Right, come on. All I want to do is just see my... What are you talking about? I've already got it. Tell you, honestly, DAZN, I've already got a subscription. Why are you trying to kick me out? Oh, there you go. That's why. I needed to be logged into the right place. Logged into the wrong account. That's why. No wonder they don't want to let me watch it. Come on. Yeah, there you go. That's it. And what was my password? Now that's a very, very good question. What was my password? I'm gonna assume. Do you know what? I'm not gonna assume. I'm gonna change the password on here. Right, forgive me because DAZN is being funny. And to be honest, I had all this set up before I came live, but for whatever reason now it's decided to start being funny. So I'm not gonna. Right, that's the one we want. Next. Complete. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Okay. We're 12 minutes away. 12 minutes from kickoff. So, with that said, let me get logged in properly to the zone, because then we can actually watch the friggin' game. Ah, there you go. That's what we wanted. Save password. Wonderful. Right, now I know what my actual password is. There you go. Honestly, you would think it would be far, far easier to just log in and stay logged in. But given they charge you a fortune for this subscription, I've never ever known something so complex. Right, start watching. Surely that works now. Does it work now? Of course it works. Am I logged in? Yeah, we're all logged in. Here we go. Club Brugge, Union Saint-Gilloise. Are we on? Hey! Hey, there you go. Get in there. Right. Oh, I'm made up with that now. I can actually relax a little bit now. We've got it live. We're all sorted. Right, let's catch up with the chat. 1 second. Sorry. I know. Forgive me. I know. Normal guy, how's it going? Good to see you, mate. Wim Malfay, your prediction is Union 0, Club Brugge 2. Well, Union won it last year, didn't they? Union SG won the Super Cup last year. Adama, hey Kee, I hope you're okay, brother. I'm doing good, man. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Wim, Simon Mignolet, ex-Liverpool. He is, yes. Now goalkeeper at Club Brugge, of course. Chimey, from 2020 to 2025, which season has been your favourite season? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know, you know. Do you know what? They all kind of, I don't know if it feels like it to you, but to me, they all just sort of merge into one. I can't remember. Adama, knew you would sort it, mate. I've sorted it now. Yeah, it took me a while, but I've sorted it in the end. Right, sorry, let me catch up with the TikTok, because we've got the TikTok crowd in as well. I am live on the other place as well, YT. I am live on there as well. So that's where all the other chat is going on, by the way. Right, here we go. Let me have a look and see what everyone else is saying. What are we saying? Oliver, Mignolet still play for Bruges? Yes. United forever, don't underestimate Union. No, exactly. Well, Union won it last year. Wim, are you watching the lineup? I'll tell you the lineup now. J-Dogs, how's it going? Timbo Slice, good to have you back in, mate. I saw Oasis yesterday and I'm still on cloud 9. Well, I hope that's a natural high. Right, let's go through the lineups now for Bruges and Union Saint-Gilloise. Royale Union Saint-Gilloise, by the way. Right, so kick-off in a little under 8 minutes. And the lineups are as follows. In goal for Union SG. Oh, you rat. Why have you done that? In goal for Union SG is Vic Chambers. Young goalkeeper, 22 years of age. He's in goal. At the back, it's McAllister. Alexis McAllister's older brother, Kevin McAllister. Not of Home Alone fame, but of Union Saint-Gilloise fame. He's at the back with Burgess and Layson at the back. Is that Cameron Burgess? Christian Burgess. I thought it was Cameron Burgess, Ipswich, of course. But no, it's Christian Burgess, Layson and McAllister at the back. In midfield, it's Niang, Ait Hadji, Van der Perre, Van Hoot, and Castro Montes in midfield. And then a front two of Ivanovic and Rodriguez for Union Saint-Gilloise. For Club Brugge, it's Mignolet in goal, Sace, Ordonez, Mekele and Spiliers at the back. Vetlayson, Rees, Van Aken, Onyedika and Solis with Vermont up front. Ordonez, one I am really looking forward to. There's a lot of people linked with Ordonez, including Bournemouth. Even Liverpool have been linked with him. Very, very good young centre-back. Joel Ordonez. He's 21 years of age. Absolutely rapid, very strong, good player, doing well in Belgium. And yeah, he's said to have a very bright future in the game, so we'll be watching out for him. Ordonez one to look out for. Onyedika as well. Onyedika in midfield. He's been linked with Manchester United. Big, strong Nigerian midfielder. Big presence, physical, quick. Exactly the sort of presence and physicality that Man United are missing, to be honest. So he's another one that's one to keep an eye on. But ultimately, we are looking at the champions of Belgium and the cup winners in Belgium. So this should be a really good game. Again, it's good to get back to club football, isn't it? Really good to get back to club football. I'm fed up of this women's Euros and international football in general, and then the stupid FIFA Club World Cup pre-season guff. We want proper club football. LFC Fan 200, we finally got our new striker. Well, we've got one of them. Might be more. There might be Alexander Isak to come in as well. Who knows? Right, Timbo Slice, it's a natural high, don't worry. Oliver Murphy, Bruges, sell that De Ketelaere guy. Yes, Charles De Ketelaere, they sold him. Yeah, he's at AC Milan now, isn't he? J-Docs, Liam Gallagher or Noel Gallagher? For me, probably Noel, because I've had an argument with Liam on Twitter. Samuel Mark Ingram, Manchester United should raid Newcastle for Alexander Isak. He ain't going there. Come on, he ain't going there. He's got ambition. He ain't going to Man United. He wants to go somewhere where he can win things. Like Liverpool. Intolerante, the beautiful camiseta in the world, Sampdoria. Alexa, will you be doing FPL? I will, yes, I will, Alex. I don't know if I've said Alexa, it is Alex, isn't it? Yes, we will be doing FPL. We are also doing a Premier League Dad FPL League. So if you want to be in the FPL League, then you need to be in the group. You need to be joining. You need to subscribe over on YouTube. You need to subscribe, and yeah, we'll be releasing details closer to the time. We'll be doing a Premier League Dad FPL League, a Premier League Dad Prediction League as well. So if you want to be involved in those, there's going to be prizes as well. We're going to have prizes, maybe retro footy shirts. I've got hundreds of them. So we may be giving retro footy shirts away, or I'll buy you a footy shirt of your choice if you win. But yeah, we're doing that for the new season. So if you want to be involved, make sure you get over to YouTube and subscribe. Premier League Dad. Oliver, is this a Super Cup, Shield or League game? It's a Super Cup. It's the Belgian Super Cup. That's what we're watching. Timbo Slice, having an argument with Liam is a rite of passage. Joshua, thoughts on where Swansea place next season? Probably mid-table again. I can't see you being any more than maybe 14th. Like that sort of a region. It just feels like it's a... Yeah. You've missed you've missed out on some big signings this summer. So I think, yeah, you're not going to be kicking on and chasing the playoffs. And I would argue you're not anywhere close to going down either. So I think you'll be all right. Oliver, that Carlsberg kit is a beauty, I can't lie. Lots of nice kits. Lots and lots of nice kits. Sam, to be honest, I think Noel, because Noel is a peaceful guy. J-Docs, England versus Sweden. Shootout was an all-timer. Yeah, it was a mad one, wasn't it? Timbo Slice, what's your favourite gig you've been to, or do you not go to gigs, really? Honestly, mate, I can't. I'd love to. I think if I'd have been able to go to gigs, I'd have been a proper gig head. I'd gone and, loved the sesh sort of thing. But I can't. No, I can't. I've got epilepsy, mate. So unless I go to like a day festival, everywhere, it's not really the place for epileptics. Everywhere's got flashing lights, so it's a no-go for me. It's an absolute no-go. So yeah. Wim Malfay, Ludovic Rees is making his official debut for Club Brugge. Yes, well, he scored an absolute banger, didn't he, against Rangers? Timbo Slice, okay, I didn't know that, sorry. Oh, you don't have to apologise, mate. You don't have to apologise, not at all. I have been to a gig, technically. I've been to a couple of gigs. I've been to Bruce Springsteen at Old Trafford. And I've been to... who was the other one? Oh, I can't even remember now. I've been to a couple, but they've both been while I've been, like, doing other things. I wasn't actually going to the gig. I was going, like, either working or I was going meeting someone there, sort of thing. Ben, what number do you reckon Wirtz and Ekatike will be? I think... do you know what? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I know Wirtz is currently 58, but I don't think for 1 second he stays that. J-Docs, Old Trafford, the Circus of Nightmares. Right, the players are out now. The players are out on the pitch. LFC fan, I can't go to anywhere like that. My autism can't handle it. I don't blame you. To be honest, mate, I've been to some, well, I guess festival-y type places. You're not really missing anything. Unless you're, like, massively into that scene. But I'm also a big believer, if you've never had it, you don't miss it, do you? If you've never had it, you don't miss it. Right, Ekatike having the same name forward and backwards is phenomenal. I hope he works out for that alone. Our palindromic centre forward. You love to see it. Okay, so we are pretty much ready to kick off now. It's in a very modest stadium, this. I thought it would be in maybe a big, maybe the National Belgium Stadium or something like that, but no, it's at a pretty modest stadium at the Stade Joseph Marienne in Brussels, which has a capacity of just 9,500 people. Why is it being held here? Why on earth is it being held there? It's a multi-use stadium located in Duden Park. Oh, it's the home ground of Union SG. Oh, that's weird. Why is it being held there? Super Cup Final being held at the home of one of the teams in it. Well, then you would assume that means it's almost certainly going to be a Union SG win. Yorkshire Lass come over from the other platform. Good to see you, Yorkshire Lass. Thank you for making the transition across. Chimey, can't Gakpo play as your main number 9 next season? He can, yeah. And I think there's probably a world where he starts more in the centre than he does on the left. Because I imagine Wirtz may drift out to the left and all that, but we've lost Nunes, we've lost Jota, we've lost 2 centre forwards. Chiesa probably goes. Diaz looks like he's going. So I think it's not out of the question at all that Liverpool, get a new player in. Oh, sorry, a couple of new centre forwards in. Sam, my first footy game was Dynamo Kiev versus Shakhtar Donetsk. It was 0-0. Wow, okay. Joe, finally Eddie Howe's made a stance on all the Isaac speculation and told everyone that he's here to stay. When's he done that? Right, we're off. We're off here. We're off in Belgium. Union SG and Club Brugge getting us underway for the Super Cup Final. Let me know what you're thinking. Let's get a poll going. Okay, get over and vote. Who wins the Belgian Super Cup? Is it going to be Union SG in 90 minutes? Is it going to be Club Brugge in 90 minutes? Or is it going to go to extra time and penalties? Let me know what you think with this one. Lurenko Leandro, bom dia, quando começa Sutuga. I don't know what that means, but good to see you, Lurenko. Daz Reynolds at least all got minutes again today. That's very true, yeah. It's all what pre-season's about, and Wirtz did look absolutely brilliant in his kit, didn't he? Chimey, Bruges have to win this one. Joe, yesterday, mate, again showing your arrogance. Hang on a minute. You say I'm showing me arrogance, right? Every single Newcastle fan I saw online, every single one, and this is Newcastle fans, this is of your own kind, Joe, were saying that it sounded like Isaac had his head turned. And it sounded a little bit odd, a little bit ominous. So this is what is coming from Newcastle fans, it's not coming from me. So he hasn't said anything like that. What you're interpreting it as is I guess the anomaly, because nobody else has interpreted it like that. Everyone else seemed to think, why has Eddie Howe said that? Joe, so you do know about the Howe interview. Yeah, no, I know about that Howe interview, but that Howe interview, he didn't say what you said. What you've just said he didn't say, and I didn't believe he said it like that, and nobody else I know on Twitter, any Newcastle fans that I spoke to, none of them took it like that. They all got quite edgy about it, if anything. So I'm a little bit, I thought you might be talking about a brand new interview that had occurred today before I had come on live and I didn't see it. That's what I thought you were talking about. So I wasn't being arrogant. I knew he'd done an interview. I thought this might have been a new one because he didn't say what you said he'd said. Yorkshire Lass, is today's game going to be shown on LFC Go later? Does anyone know? I think it is. Yeah, I think the highlights certainly are. Daz Reynolds, what game are you doing tomorrow? I haven't booked one in for tomorrow yet. I need to see whether or not... I need to see what games there are tomorrow. It might be something like the Finnish League, because there's not an awful lot happening tomorrow, to be honest. LFC Fan 200, so sad we've lost Jota. I still can't quite believe it. Incredibly sad. Joe, he said he's sure he'll be here at the start of the season. No, he didn't. He didn't say he was sure he would be here at the start of the season. He said, I'm confident, which is a completely different word to sure. Confident and sure are not the same thing. So again, Your interpretation is completely different to the reality. That's not what he said. Lorenko, ¿cuánto achas que val ser o resultado pa? I don't know. I'm fresh out. The referee's got a camera on him here. Chimey, they buried him way too quick. I think that's just the standard within maybe Catholicism or his particular sect of Catholicism. I don't know. But apparently it's really common in Portugal in general. So it might even just be a regional thing. Great ball over to the far side. Brugge. Cleared away by Union SG. Lewis, him saying confidence is still reassuring. Don't know what all the fuss is about. Well, no, I disagree. I mean, to be honest, all the Newcastle fans... Oh, my God, Union... They've just let Club Brugge stroll right through the heart of the defence there. It was a wonderful shot from Van Aken. Great little run from deep. He gets into the box, gets to the edge of the 6-yard box, and it's a good save from the keeper. The referees give a goal kick here, but it was actually a really good save from the keeper. That might have been 1-0. Yeah. What was said kind of goes against what he's actually done. Because if he was confident, then he wouldn't have took him out of the lineup. He briefed. Newcastle were very, very careful to brief all the press before the Celtic game and say that Alexander Isak has been left out of the squad. We are managing his minutes. That's what was told to the press. And then after the press, after it had happened, then Eddie Howe said, it's nothing to do with managing his minutes. I left him out because of the speculation. The speculation around his future. And he said he's confident that he'll be here at the start of the new season, but he's learned not to give assurances on any player's career or any player's future. He also said, verbatim, I understand that a player's career is a short one. So, if Eddie Howe was being dismissive, if Eddie Howe was being light-hearted about it, he'd have said, oh no, he's going to be here next season, don't be silly. Listen, Alexander Isak is going nowhere. Until I'm told otherwise, he's going nowhere. He's staying here, he's very happy, he's wonderfully happy. He didn't say that. He literally didn't say that. Joel, part of that's true though, because he picked up a groin injury in the Everton match. Picked up a groin injury in the Everton match 2 months ago. Have a day off, mate. He's not kicked a game. He's not kicked a ball over the summer. The same way every other Newcastle player didn't. He should have been in the squad, and all he's done by taking him out of the squad is just fuel the speculation, and that's why he left him out. It's nothing to do with minutes. And Eddie Howe confirmed that. Eddie Howe confirmed it. The club said beforehand, it's due to minutes. We're managing his minutes. Yeah, well, Eddie Howe didn't say that. Eddie Howe came out and said it's because of the speculation, and that's why there were so many Newcastle fans up in arms about it. Christopher Dinney, Sporting versus Sunderland at 8 PM tomorrow. Yeah, I was looking at that. That wouldn't be a terrible game, would it? I think Victor Gyökeres makes his move before then. Chimey, thoughts on Rashford to Barca? I'm quite intrigued by that one. Rashford to Barca. It's a good move for him, that, I think. What do you think? Does everyone else have an opinion on Rashford to Barca? I think he was always likely to get a move like that because there's a lot of clubs around Europe that would have taken a gamble on Rashford, but it would have needed two things to happen. Manchester United to compromise on how much money they wanted for him from a loan fee point of view. And United have, in the end, accepted no loan fee whatsoever. There's no loan fee for him. And also for Marcus Rashford to accept a drop in his salary, because he's on 325k a week. There's no way at all he was ever going to get 325k a week anywhere, even in Saudi. So, yeah, I think that what's happened... Oh, this is really poor. Chance. Club Brugge. Absolutely horrific from Club Brugge at the back, giving the ball away. And it's skied over the bar in the end from Union SG. But really, really poor defending there. Was that Ordonez? Was it Ordonez? The guy who I've been bigging up. It was as well. It was Ordonez. Joel Ordonez. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Onyedika. It was Onyedika giving the ball away. He dropped in to the space in between the two centre-backs. Really poor on the ball there, Onyedika, giving the ball away. And Union SG getting a big chance 10 minutes in. LFC Fan 200, watching you makes my day. Having autism, there are some really dark days, and on them watching you is awesome. Oh, mate, that's really nice. That's really lovely of you to say that. That's brightened my day. That really has. Thank you. And thank you, seriously, thank you for watching. Sam Mitchell, hey, Pizza Football Man. Pizza Football Man. Pizza Football Man, I don't know what that means. Christopher Dinney, how's it going? Lewis, he's done well to fall upwards. Joe, Key, have you seen the Isaac Liverpool signing announcement? Oh, never mind, pal. Yeah, good one. Paul Hexham, alright mate, how's it going, Paul? Good to see you. Good to see you. Sam, as a Newcastle fan, I understand it's very sad about the death of Jota. Paul Hexham, I like watching the United stand just to see their pain. Haha, rattled. Why do you think I'm rattled, mate? We walk in the league. We absolutely pissed it last year. We'll piss it again this year. It's no rattled. It's you lads who are rattled. It's literally you who are rattled. You've signed one player all summer. Everyone's rejecting you. I know whose boots I'd rather be in. Connor, what do you make of the Ekatike deal? I like it, yeah. I mean, he's not necessarily... Again, he's not really the player I would have gone for, but I can understand why in a pretty poor centre-forward market, there aren't really any standout centre-forward options. He's the only one. Like, once you get past... So you've got Mbappe, you've got Haaland, right? Once you get past that, you've got Alvarez and Isak. Alvarez and Isak, very, very expensive. Would be very, very difficult moves to do. And then once you get beyond them, you're really looking at that little bunch of Sesko, Ekatike, Gyökeres, Osimhen. And to be honest, I don't really think... I personally am of the opinion that Gyökeres is not a Premier League centre-forward. He's a terrible centre-forward. Chimey, I can see Barca winning the Champions League. Good move for Rashford. Eric, where can I see the game? You can watch it on DAZN. You can watch it on DAZN. Sam Mitchell, opinions on Salah. Sam, mate, you keep putting stuff in. Like, we heard you the first 6 times. You're not funny. We heard you the first 6 times. You're not funny. USG are in here now. Chance. It's 1-0 USG. Get in. What a finish that is. Fabulous finish. It's 1-0. 1-0. There you go. McDonald's logo hairline. Oh, mate, you've hit me where it hurts. You've absolutely killed me off there. Don't say that again, will you? Please don't hurt me feelings. It's a lovely finish, this. He gets in behind. It's a lovely flick on, actually. Oh, keeper's no chance there. Keeper's absolutely no chance. Sorry, mate, I apologise. Alright, apology accepted, Sam. Now you're muted and blocked. Not the hairline. And oh yeah, like I'm absolutely devastated by it. Charlie, who's going to get the top scorer in the Prem next year, in your opinion? I think Salah again. I think obviously with Wirtz behind him. Oh, I think that's going to be a really, really good combination. Even with the AFCON, I think Salah wins it. Chimey, where do you rank Guirassy as a striker? Good striker, yeah, but I wouldn't put him anywhere near. I wouldn't put him, say, top 10 in Europe. I don't think he's top 10. He's a good centre forward, though. Very good centre forward. I would say this, honestly, players like Randall Kolo Muani, who I think massively underrated. I think I would have rather have signed Kolo Muani than someone like Gyökeres, for example. Paul, I like Ekitike, still growing, whereas Isak is the finished article. Connor, 90 million is very steep. Well, it's not 90 million. Let's have it right for the starters. It's not 90 million. It's 69 million pounds. 69 million pounds is what we've had accepted for him. So all this 90 million pounds, get it out your head. It's 69. Charlie 123, Haaland or Salah, I think, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those two, innit? It's one of those two for sure. AM10, call me crazy, but I still have a feeling we get Isak. I know it's definitely unlikely now. Yeah, it is. It is unlikely. I don't see a world where we get Isak. I think Isak had his chance and he didn't push for it, so we moved it on. Yeah, we moved it on. Gee, how many goals does Gyökeres get in the Prem? 12 to 15. 12 to 15, I would say. Vincent Taylor, who do you think will be in the Champions League final? Next year, I would say it's going to be... I'd probably go Liverpool PSG again. Be Liverpool PSG. Gee, how many does Ekitike get in the Prem? I would imagine first season, again, I think 10 to 12, maybe 10 to 15 at an absolute push. But if he gets double figures in his first season, I'll be relatively happy with that. You've got to remember, we're not signing the finished article. He's 22. You know, he's coming in as a player that's going to grow into it. So for me, I think it's going to take him maybe a year or two, and that's what we're signing up to. That is what we're committing to. Chimey, the three strikers I trust to score are Kane, Lewandowski, and Guirassy. These are my types of 9. Haaland 2. Not like Isak. See, I prefer strikers who are a little bit cleverer and drop in between the 9, in between the midfield. So Julian Alvarez is my favourite type of number 9. Absolutely love him. Now, I like Haaland, don't get me wrong, and Guirassy's good too, but yeah, for me, Alvarez, Kane, not even so much Lewandowski, but Alvarez and Kane would be my favourite too. I think they're probably the two best in Europe. LFC fan, is it on a 6-year deal? It's on a 5-year deal with an option for one more, so we've got him 2025 to 2030, and we've got a club option to make it to 2031. Vincent Taylor, Golden Boot winner in the Prem. Golden Boot winner, I would say, will be Salah. And 10, one good thing about Ekitike to Liverpool is that he's not going to have to be the main man for us. That's very true, yeah. Very, very true. Vincent Taylor, would you have took De Bruyne if he was still a free transfer, and would he start? I would have absolutely taken him, but he wouldn't have started. No, he wouldn't have got anywhere near Liverpool's starting lineup. Bruges hung over to the far side. Cleared behind by USG. Good defending. Very good defending that, actually. By, I think it was Burgess, actually, who gets the flick on at the far post. Really, really good defending. It's going to be a corner to Club Bruges. Sam, question, where do you think Newcastle will end up and in the Champions League campaign? I think Champions League they'll do okay, yeah. They might even maybe make the knockouts. It wouldn't be surprising if they made maybe the... I don't think they'd make the top 8, but they might make 8 to 16 or 8 to 24 and then get through to the sort of the first round of knockouts after the league. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if they made that. But as far as the league table goes, I think Newcastle are probably... They're going to struggle. 7th or 8th, I would imagine now. It's been a difficult summer for them, hasn't it? It's been a very, very difficult summer. And I think there is a world where... You know, I think Isak's had his head turned. It looks like Isak's had his head turned. It looks like Isak's probably not going to be... I mean, once a player has his head turned, they very rarely produce the same sort of goods as they did the year before. It's very unlikely anyway. So, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. But I still think even if Isak's absolutely killing it like he did last season, they haven't got enough. They haven't got enough to stay in the top 5. They're nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. Jeremy, I don't think Atletico is the best place for Alvarez. No, nor do I. Nor do I. Razine, this C guy is annoying. Why? What's he said? I've not even seen him. LFC Fan 200, do you know how I can watch the Hibs game in the Europa League? It's in a couple of days, that, innit? I don't know yet. I'll have a look. I'm watching it. I am watching it. Pritesh Salian, can Club Bruges score goal? Yes, they can, absolutely. They've got a corner kick here now. Charlie 123, Eddie Howe is fuming. That interview said a lot. No, he's not, apparently. According to Joe, he's absolutely not said anything at all. Apparently he said that he's confident he's going to stay and there's nothing wrong at all. He's actually staying. There's nothing at all to worry about. He's definitely staying, according to Joe. Mike J24, Chelsea should go for Isak. Yeah, Chelsea have got a paper-thin squad at the moment, haven't they? They've got an absolutely paper-thin squad. I don't know how they're going to cope with it. God help them. Poor Chelsea. Poor Chelsea. Is someone going to let Chelsea spend some money or what? Poor lads. They're having to work on an absolute shoestring budget. Vincent Taylor, do you have a season ticket? I don't, mate. No, I don't have a season ticket anymore. I used to go a lot of the games, but I can't go anymore. I physically can't go anymore. So yeah. Bruges chance. Oh, good save. Really, really good save from the USG keeper. Absolutely fantastic, that. Great tip round the post. Who was it who came in? Was it Van Aken again? I think it was Van Aken down this right-hand side. Cuts in. Oh no, it's Solis. Solis cuts in down the right-hand side. Smashed it low and hard. Good save from the USG keeper. It's another Club Bruges corner. Chimey, Chelsea struck gold with Neto. Seriously, do you think so? Do you think so? I don't. Honestly, I think Neto ends up out of the side. Really good defending by USG. Very, very smart defending. Samir X69, did Liverpool discover oil under Anfield? How are they spending this much? What do you mean, how are we spending this much? We didn't spend anything last year. We spent £300 million less than Arsenal over the last 5 years. So yeah, £300 million less than Arsenal. We've spent less than Newcastle over the last 5 years. We've spent a little bit more than West Ham. A little bit more than West Ham, but less than Spurs, comfortably less than Spurs, comfortably less than City, comfortably less than Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Newcastle. We've spent less than all of them. So that's why Liverpool can spend 250 million unchecked. Plus, by the way, not only can we spend 250 million pound now, we've also got Nunes to sell, Diaz to sell, Morton, Doak, Bajcetic, Tsimikas. You know, we've got a lot of Chiesa maybe as well. We've got all these wonderful players who we can sell, make an absolute fortune back. So, yeah, whichever way you look at it, Liverpool have got a lot of money still to bring in. LFC Fan 200, my uncle has a season ticket in the Kenny Dalglish stand and sometimes gives me his ticket. Somehow I can cope with football noise, but not any other noise. Crazy. Oh, Brugge in here. Really good defending by USG yet again. Paul Hexham, I love watching you, pal, but there seems to be a lot of you shited supporters on here. Well, hey, listen, I can't control that, but we are a mixed bag. That's what we are. We're a mixed bag channel. Little bit of everyone. Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Everton, Newcastle, Man City. We have everyone. Everyone on this channel. We're not one club channel. So yes, we do unfortunately get some unscrupulous characters as well. Charlie123, what's happening with Luis Diaz? Would you be happy to see him leave or not? He's a good player. I would love to see him stay. I would love to see him stay, but I do think he probably leaves, sadly. Nathan Dobbo Dobson up the toffees. Good to see you, Nathan. Paul Hexham, we're living in you shited's head rent-free. Chimey, Razine, I think it's a good move for Rashford. I think it's a very good move for Rashford, but I do think he barely plays for Barca. You know, you've got Rafinha, Yamal, and you've also got Lewandowski through the middle. Plus Ferran Torres and various... I don't see him getting that many starts. I think he makes a few impact substitutions, and I imagine that's what's going to happen. I imagine he comes off the bench quite a bit and does quite well. But other than that, I don't think he starts all that much. Joe, Isak walking his dog Richard Hughes along the quayside. Yeah, you said that 3 or 4 times the other night as well. It wasn't funny then. Nathan Dobbo Dobson, Douglas Luiz to Everton, strong rumours. Do you reckon? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. And even if you do, that doesn't strike me as a particularly good move for Everton, that. He's been crap at Juve. He's been absolutely awful, at Juve. Really, really poor. Right, Ordonez, really, really smart defending there to get the ball out of play. Apparently Everton are being linked with Akliouche as well at Monaco. Vincent Taylor, would you sign Rodri for exchange for your mother? If City want to do that deal, then yeah, absolutely, I'd go for it. No problem. I am Crew, still think Isak is on for us, Key. I didn't ever think that he was on, mate, in fairness. I never actually said Isak's happening. I said there's a 60% chance. And that was about a week ago. And I still think there's something in it. I still think that there's probably something in it. In that I think his head has been turned, and I think we saw that with Eddie Howe's interview yesterday. I think it's almost certain that Alexander Isak's head has been turned. So, yeah, for me, I do. I think he's... oh, excuse me. For me, I think he's he's definitely on the hunt for a move at some point anyway. Whether it's to Liverpool or to Saudi or whatever, I don't think he's content at Newcastle anymore. Oh, that could be a penalty, and it is. Penalty to Bruges. Lovely little jinking play down the left-hand side by Solis. He jinks inside, jinks back outside, and he's caused all sorts of problems, I've got to say, on that left-hand side. Really, really smart play from Christos Solis. Very, very good play. And he was taken out by, I think it was by McAllister, actually. Yeah, really, really good play. And Bruges, this could be 1-1. I am Crute House said he didn't play him because of speculation, didn't he? Yeah, he did say that. He didn't say anything else. He didn't say anything about injuries. He didn't say anything about that. People just seem to be making that bit up because it suits him. But no, he did just say that he didn't play him because of speculation. Paul Hexon, will we still go for Ekitike? Will we still go for Isak now? Ekitike deal almost done. Allegedly, Liverpool are still looking at Isak. However, I just don't see it. I don't see Liverpool getting Isak and Ekitike. It could happen, I guess, but I just can't see it. I can't see it. I think we'll focus our efforts now on a centre-back. At least one centre-back. And maybe Rodrigo as well. Rodrigo seems to be another deal that we're about to get done. But it's a penalty here to Bruges. Can Bruges get back into this game? Can they get themselves level? Great finish. Absolutely wonderful finish, that. Solis with the penalty. And there you go. There's the goal. Club Bruges 1. Union SG 1. Super Cup Final. Solis won the penalty. Solis sticks it away. 1-1. What a game. What a start. Opening half hour here. Fabulous start. I am Crute. I reckon we'll go for Rodrigo. Personally, I would agree so, yeah. I am Crute. What's happened to the Gay links? All kind of disappeared, understandably, after the Jota news. I don't think they had anything to do with the Jota news. I just think Gay is waiting on Palace to sign his replacement. It looks like Diamand is coming in. And if Diamand comes in, then we'll get Gay. That seems to be what's likely to happen. And that'll be a great signing, I think. Honestly, I think if we got Kwanzaa out and Gay in, plus we've got Van Dijk and Kanate at the back there, that's a good bunch. It's a very good bunch. Paul Hexon, that keeper did everything trying to put Solis off, I know. Charlie123, thoughts on City trying to get Trafford? I mean, that's another blow for Newcastle, isn't it? That is a real blow for Newcastle. A real blow. Another surprising move in terms of a player that they've been tracking for the best part of 2 years, and all of a sudden, City come in, he decides he wants to go there. So, yeah, a real kick in the stones for Newcastle, for Eddie Howe. And you could sense Eddie Howe's frustration, I think, when he spoke the other day. He spoke in the after the Celtic game, wasn't it? And he was just saying how it's really frustrating because they've come very close to signing some players and just haven't been able to get them over the line. And yeah, I can understand how frustrating that must be, especially now, they've also got the issue of certain players at the club potentially wanting to leave as well. That be Isak and Lewis Miley's another one apparently who's getting a little bit disgruntled. Joe Linton's maybe had his head turned by Saudi interest is apparently another one that's doing the rounds. So it's and then obviously Nick Pope having an absolute shocker against Celtic. Didn't look anywhere near it. So it's odd, but Newcastle we're maybe a week or two away from August. Let's say 3 weeks away from the start of the Premier League season, and Newcastle are worse than when they finished the last Premier League season. They've lost Longstaff. They've only brought Elanga in. Elanga wasn't necessarily even a player that they desperately needed. So yeah, it's been a tough window for Newcastle. Ben, we beat Stoke earlier today, friendly at the AXA, 5-0 win. Chelsea hat each, Chiesa and Rio Ngamoa goals. Yeah, spotted that. The goals are live on LFC TV as well, I believe, now. Paul Hexham, I saw the fight last night. What a load of crap. I am Crute. Oh, what an odd comment. Oh, mate, honestly, these people who come in and say stuff like that, like it's, I just can't imagine the life they must lead. Can't imagine the life they must lead. I mean, whatever makes them happy, I guess. Whatever makes them happy. But the thing is, they keep spamming the chat then. Once they put it in once, they keep spamming the chat, trying to get other people to say it or trying to get you to read it out. And then when you don't read it out, they get all angry and they start getting more and more aggressive and say nastier things. Just get a life. Just get a life. Wade, Elanga was not their first choice for Newcastle and Burmo was. Well, yeah, and Burmo, Xavi Simons was another one they were looking at. Obviously Trafford now, that one's kind of gone out the window. Apparently they're just staying with Nick Pope, which again I don't think's good enough. Nick Pope's nowhere near good enough for Newcastle or for a Champions League team anyway. Union Saint-Gilloise are in here down the left hand side. I am Cruz. Apparently Szoboszlai played right back in the game against Stoke. He did, yes. He did. He's the closest thing, I think, in Europe right now. Szoboszlai is the closest thing to Fede Valverde. The closest thing in that you can put him in midfield, you can put him right back, you can put him wide right. He'll kind of do a job for you anywhere. He's so hard working. Top player. I am Cruz. Is Pep going to see James Trafford as the successor to Ederson? Ederson has been poor lately. Well, Ederson is he's on his way to Galatasaray. Apparently City have just agreed a €5 million deal with Galatasaray. Can you believe that? €5 million for Ederson. That seems like that seems nothing, does it really? Chimey, what's going on with the Gyökeres deal? I think up to now, what's happening is Arsenal have agreed the outline of a deal, but Sporting want guaranteed bonuses based on certain easy achievements that Gyökeres might make during his Arsenal career. Things like appearances and goals rather than actual, trophies and success. Because that you might as well not even have them as bonuses, mightn't you? I'm sure Arsenal are saying, look, we'll give you an extra $5 million if we win the Champions League, and we'll give you an extra $5 million if we win the Premier League. They might as well just not put that in the deal then, because they're not winning either of them. So I think Sporting are looking at it. This is what I read today from Ebola and Record, the Portuguese outlets, were basically saying that Arsenal and Sporting have agreed an initial fee, but there's a gap in terms of structure, payment structure, and bonus structure, with Arsenal maybe just being a little bit far apart from Sporting in terms of guaranteed bonuses. Sporting wants a little bit more from them. And I honestly, I will be made up. I will be absolutely made up if Arsenal or Manchester United end up getting Victor Gyökeres, because he is shocking. He's absolutely shocking. I am Crute. I'd have taken a punt on Ederson for 5 million, to be honest. For who? No, surely not. Ethan, thoughts on Ekitike? It's going to be intriguing, I'll say, with Ekitike. Yeah, intriguing. I am Crute. Think Man United are foolish if they don't try and swoop in for Gyökeres now. I think Man United should be focusing on Kolo Muani. That's the signing United should be making. Sesko or Kolo Muani. Stay as far away from Gyökeres as possible. Jade Campbell, do you think Burnley will get relegated even with Kyle Walker? I do, sadly, Jade. Yeah, I can't see him staying up at all. Holly Jane, where do you think Man United will finish? Where do I think they'll finish? I think at this moment in time, United will finish maybe 12th, maybe 11th. Thereabouts. The Godfather, Man United have bid from Victor Gyökeres from Sporting. Well, apparently they have sent a bid, yes. But depends on which outlet you read, because some outlets are saying actually Man United haven't sent a bid at all. Ben Jacobs said Manchester United haven't sent a bid. Gyökeres still is giving total priority to Arsenal, and that deal will still happen in the next days, week. But it has dragged out far too long from an Arsenal perspective. It's dragged out far too long, and I think they were expecting the deal to be done by this point, and it's looking like it won't be. So, frustrating for Arsenal that they're not going to get it done in time for the pre-season tour. George, where do you think League 2 Salford will come? Ben says playoffs or just outside. I would agree. Yeah, I think Salford, they've maybe got a playoff charge in them, but no more than that. I don't think you could maybe compete right at the top end. Solis pushing forward again. Bruges, really smart play. Comes out to Van Aken. Must shoot. That could be a penalty again. It could be a penalty again. McAllister waves it away. The ref waves it away. It was very nearly another penalty to Club Bruges. Ben, light your top, Key. Smart that, mate. Cheers, man. Thank you. About time I start getting compliments on here. I've had no but grief about my hairline. Hairline, weight, everything. Talking rubbish. Can't win. Timbo, wonder where Isak goes next season now that Liverpool got Ekitike. I still wouldn't rule out Liverpool for Isak. I still wouldn't rule it out. But yeah, I think eventually you'd have to say it'd be interesting to see what he does this season, because, you know, there's a chance, I guess, that he doesn't actually pull up any trees in the league. Imagine he doesn't do anything in the league this season. Imagine he gets like a pretty average goal return. Oh, what a shot that was! USG with a shot from distance. Mignolet got nowhere near it. Drilled past the far post. Lovely, lovely long distance daisy cutter. Left-footed, just wide of that far post. Really, really good shot. Ben, you're a bloody beautiful man. Do you have any flaws? Too perfect, some may say. LFC Fan 200, your hair is nice. Thank you very much. Yeah. Ben, think we'll get Ekitike done by Thursday, Friday, which will end any potential for Isak. I think we probably get Ekitike and Rodrigo. I can't see us getting Ekitike and Isak. But Rodrigo looks likely. That still looks on. Wade Dodd, where does Osimhen go? Is he still at Napoli as things stand? He is, yes. Apparently he's very close to signing for Galatasaray, though, again. Timbo Slice Key's also a very humble man, as you can see. Oh, yeah. Humility is my middle name. My middle name. Ben, not gonna lie, Ekatike and Rodrigo would be great. I don't feel we sign Rodrigo. Oh, I do. I think you've got to look at it, mate, as we'll be potentially 3, maybe 4 attackers down, right? So Diaz is going, Nunes is going, Jota sadly is no longer with us, Chiesa may still yet go, and we have thus far brought in Ekatike. So we're down. We're down on last season. Plus Salah's going to the AFCON as well, by the way. Salah's going to the AFCON for 2 months. So I don't think it's... I really, really don't think it's beyond the realms of possibility that Liverpool sign another 1, maybe even another 2 attackers. So it could be Rodrigo and Isak. It could be. I could be wrong. But Gakpo, Salah, maybe we keep Chiesa. Gakpo, Salah, Chiesa, Rodrigo... And it's an own goal. It's an own goal. The goalkeeper's claiming this here, but it's going to be a goal to Club Brugge off the corner. Oh, that's really, really poor, that from USG. It was a corner to Brugge. They put it straight on the goalkeeper. Now, hang on. There might be a foul on the goalkeeper here. There might be a foul on the goalkeeper. It's a header from point-blank range. Might be an own goal. Is it an own goal? Let's see. No, it's not an own goal. No, it's a Club Brugge goal, all right, but it might be a foul on the goalkeeper. The referee is going to check. The goalkeeper's got the ball in his hand, so it might well be a foul, and I think the ref is going to give a foul at this point. So it's 2-1 to Brugge. However, with 90 seconds at the half left, we've got a VAR check. We've got a VAR check. And there might be a foul on the keeper to keep this at 1-1 going into half time. He's give the goal. He's give the goal. Club Brugge have scored. It's going to count. It's USG 1, Club Brugge 2. The goal stands. Paul Hexham, I read somewhere Chiesa handed in a transfer request. Everything I've seen suggests that Chiesa is really, really happy. Which is mad, really. Wade Dodd, Osimhen's a decent player. I'm surprised Liverpool or United haven't tried signing him. He wants an awful lot of money. Yeah, he wants a lot of money. Chimey, what a waste of talent if Osimhen goes to Galatasaray. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I do like Osimhen. I would have been surprised if he had gone to Galatasaray. Evidently, he's fell out with the management at Napoli, and he needs to move on. I thought he would almost certainly go to. I thought he would almost certainly end up at Saudi. LFC Fan 200, I think my uncle is in one of the chats. His name is Timbo. Oh, is Timbo your uncle? All right, news to me. I didn't know that. Timbo's a good lad. Paul Hexham, have you done that one? Sorry. Timbo, I'm glad Liverpool didn't get Isak. Ekatiki's still good, but Isak would have guaranteed the league. I think, yeah. I mean, I think if we had got Isak, the league title's over in August, isn't it? Paul Hexham, Chiesa wants to go back to Italy. Well, who could blame him? Get out of this country. Ben Swans, just spreading some positivity on TikTok right now. Hope you have a good live and rest of your day. You too, Ben. Cheers, mate. Good to see you. Onye Ekatike to Liverpool. Here we go. Timbo Slice, this is news to me. He says your name is Tim Bowler. If that's true. He's saying your name's Tim Bowler if you're the same guy he's on about anyway. Benny, you Scouse or from North Wales? I'm neither. I'm not Scouse and I'm not from North Wales. Charlie, Chiesa's decent as well. He just needs more game time. I don't think he'll ever be anything more than a backup. Alex Macklin, how are you, bro? I'm good, mate. How are you? Timbo Slice, he's got the wrong guy. Sadly, you've got the wrong guy, LFC fan. It's not your uncle. Ben Swans, I thought I heard some Welsh. You haven't heard any Welsh. There's no Welsh here. Absolutely none. No Welsh at all. Can we get your chicken and a can of Coke impression? Chicken and a can of Coke. Oh, wow. Bruges very nearly going 3-1 up. Unknown FRX, we shouldn't sell Nunes. I've been saying it all summer. He's got this bald head now and he started bagging. He's got 4 goals in 2 pre-season games. And we've got all these Liverpool fans now retreating and saying, oh, maybe we should keep him. Listen, Darwin Núñez will do bits next year for someone. I'm kind of hoping we sell him outside of the Premier League. Jamie Bell, where are you from then? I'm from a place called Saint-Gilloise, which is just outside Liverpool. I was born about 15 minutes from Anfield. I grew up in Saint-Gilloise and then I've moved around kind of Warrington way. I worked in Manchester for many years, worked in Liverpool city centre for many years. So yeah, bounced around a little bit. Unknown FRX, do you rate Ekatike? I do, yeah. I think he's a good player. I don't know if he's going to be like Isak straight from the off, but he's a good player. Chimey, sell Núñez to Arsenal? Absolutely not. That would be shocking. That would be absolutely shocking. We can't sell Núñez to anyone in the Premier League. Charlie123, Key, who in your opinion is the most underrated Liverpool player ever? Most underrated Liverpool player ever. Most underrated Liverpool player ever. Most underrated. Steven Gerrard. I genuinely believe he's the greatest player ever to play in the Premier League. I'll go that far. So some people just think he was a very good player. No, he was a great player. He was in the league of Zidane. He's that good. One of the very best of all time. LFC fan 200. Sorry, got the wrong guy. Just my uncle's nickname is Timbo. Don't worry about it, mate. It happens. Paul Hexham, why aren't you in rugby then? In Saint-Helens. It's not that I'm not. Well, no, I am. I'm not really into rugby. I played rugby a little bit when I was younger, and you know, if you grow up in Saint-Helens, you kind of have to get into rugby a little bit, but not. I've been to Saints. I've been and watched Saints quite a few times. Probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 dozen times I've been in my lifetime to go and watch Saints at Knowsley Road and then at Langtree Park where they are now. But yeah, I'm not really into it. Rugby doesn't really do anything for me. Right, it's half time here in the Belgian Cup Final. Union SG 1, Club Brugge 2. What a fast start to this cup final. Welcome to Mainland. What job did you have in Liverpool? I worked as sales director. Yeah, I was a sales director in Liverpool for a good while. Yeah. Timbo Slice, most underrated Liverpool player ever is Konchesky. Put a solid shift in. Ben, Gerrard is one of the greatest footballers of all time. It baffles me that people even argue against it. What a brew. You could stick Stevie at left back and he would give you an Ashley Cole level of performance. Paul Hexham, Liverpool's most underrated player was David Fairclough, in my opinion. Fairclough got the reputation as super sub, but do you know he actually got fewer goals as a substitute than Divock Origi? Like, Divock Origi is now Liverpool's super sub. AM, last time Nunes cut his hair was for Benfica. If you know, you know. A Coley 23. Who else are United looking at, please, mates? Well, as far as I'm aware, Gyökeres today. You need a centre forward. Timbo saying Gerrard would play like Ashley Cole at left back is madness. It ain't that. Behave yourself. Listen, Gerrard played right wing, centre mid, right back. Played right back in the Champions League final and literally gave one of the all-time great right back performances in a Champions League final. Got forward and got us back into the game and everything. The guy was an absolute don. An absolute baller. Razine, Rooney, Bardghey convinced Hansi Flick and other staffs that he can be a first-team player instead of Barca athletic player. Also really looking forward for Rooney Bardghey, his announcement as well. I'm intrigued to see how he develops, you know, at Barca. Rooney Bardghey's a really talented player. A very talented player. Yeah, it'll be good to see how he gets on. Ben, I'm sure Kaut was the same back in the day, important goal scorer. Kaut did get some important goals, yeah. He did get some important goals, but I'm not sure he would have been... I wouldn't have categorised him as a scorer of important goals. Not in the same way that's like Divock Origi, Luis Garcia. Luis Garcia always scored important goals. Chimey, I still think Højlund can reach top levels, but it is right that we bring in competition for the 9 spot. Do you know what's confusing me about Man United at the minute is you've got Rasmus Højlund, you've got Xerxes, and you're trying to bring one more in. How are you trying to fit all 3 of them in? How are you trying to fit all 3 of them in when you're only playing with one centre forward? Baffles me. Absolutely baffles me. Paul Hexham, Dirk Kuyt was a workhorse. Dirk Kuyt was one of my favourite players. Loved him. Absolutely loved him. Remember Kuyt's hat-trick against United, and they were just tap-ins, mostly from Suarez's magic. That is actually on record, you know, as the Premier League hat-trick with the shortest cumulative distance of all time. Basically, all of Kuyt's goals were scored that day. Basically, from like 2 or 3 yards out, weren't they? And yeah, I think it's the only time that's happened in a Premier League game. Paul Hexham, Amarim plays 3-4-3, pal. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So he's got 2 10s behind one centre forward. So where's Højlund and Xerxes playing? If you're going to get one more in, if you're going to get, let's say they got Gyökeres, like there was rumours today that they were going to get Gyökeres. Let's say they got Gyökeres, Højlund, and Xerxes. You don't have 3 players for one centre forward spot. Steve Keane, evening Key, looking good for Liverpool, getting player what Newcastle wanted, now just Isak. Paul Hexham, let's not forget James Milner is the most underrated. James Milner was a top player. Chimey, Højlund and Xerxes are horrible at times. Xerxes will link better with Cunha and Mbeumo. Yeah, but that front 3, I would agree with you. Xerxes, Cunha and Mbeumo. That front 3, it links together incredibly well. You basically got 3 Berbatovs there. But they've all got 0 pace, have they? They've got no pace, no acceleration. Like, if you need to stretch defences, it ain't with them 3. So that's where United are going to have issues. And to be honest, they're not all exactly big lads either, you know. Like, none of them are going to trouble a big defender. Physically, they get bullied around a little bit. Cunha and Mbeumo are very, very clever. Xerxes too, you know, he's quite tall, but he's not exactly a physical player. He's not an imposing player. Ben, Højlund, not good enough. Might do okay as a lesser, but won't ever be boss. I think if you sent Højlund out on loan to somewhere like Everton, somewhere like that, I think he would do wonderfully, wonderfully well. I think he would do really well. He just needs a club that will back him and start him week in, week out, and the fans will throw everything behind him. And I think they could get the better out of him. They really could. They're never going to make him into a £70 million player. That ship has sailed. That ship has long since sailed. Man United paid 75 million for him, was it? Yeah, you're never going to get that for him. But you might get 30. There is a world where Højlund is available and someone comes in and takes a gamble on him for 30, 40 million. That's entirely possible. But he would need a solid season of competing, and he's on big wages at United as well. Steve, what about Ahmad? He is class on the left. He's on the right, isn't he, Ahmad? Isn't he on the right? You're going to put him at right wing back, right? Reece, Yossi Benayoun, most underrated Prem player. Yossi the rat. Funny. Ben, think Prem passes him by. He needs to go back to Italy or a lesser European league. Alex Macklin, hi Key, how are things? Very good, mate. How are things with you? Good to see you. Ben, he doesn't like Yossi. I've said he was underrated before and got laughed at. No, that's absolutely not true. That's absolutely not true. Yossi Benayoun, I have never said anything bad about. I've never said I don't like him. I just would disagree with the argument that he was underrated. LFC fan, is Rashford to Barca confirmed? Yes, it is. It is confirmed. Alex Macklin, you've been watching the golf. Nice. Paul Hexham, United paid 75 million for Højlund on the back of scoring 9 goals in a season. Steve Keane says Højlund's a great player and a young player. You can't say that, Key. One good season and his value will go up. Possibly. He'd need regular football. That's what's gonna affect him. Have we got any more updates from today? James Trafford has accepted a return to Manchester City. Ooh, okay. Right, well, we're about to kick off for the second half here now in Belgium. Trying to see if there's any more transfer news that we've missed out on while we've been live. Ilya Zabarnyi is one of the names on Liverpool FC's shortlist for centre-backs. Ilya Zabarnyi of Bournemouth, who has been highly, highly rated. He's been chased by PSG all summer, and apparently Liverpool are looking at Zabarnyi as an alternative to Mark Guéhi. If Crystal Palace don't reduce their fee for Mark Guéhi, Liverpool are seriously looking at Ilya Zabarnyi of Bournemouth. Now, that would be a really, really strong signing. I think PSG were all set to sign Zabarnyi before the Club World Cup. However, the deal has been on hold and PSG haven't officially completed the deal since then. PSG have a verbal agreement with Bournemouth regarding a fee in the region of £55 million, but haven't launched an official bid till then. The next days will be key to understand if PSG will complete the deal or if they decide to give it a miss. The alternative for Liverpool is Giovanni Leone, another name being linked from Serie A. Giovanni Leone, apparently Inter Milan are after him as well. Giovanni Leone, very, very good young centre-back from Parma. He's only 18 years of age, and Liverpool, I think, how many games did he play last season? He played a handful of games for Parma last season. Very, very big lad. Wouldn't be surprising at all if Liverpool went and put a bid in for him. No skill Aaron, 95 million for Ekitike. It's 90 million euros, so it's £69 million for what it's worth, yeah. So give them, let's stick to the pounds, shall we? Let's stick to pounds. £69 million is what we're talking about. Paul Hexham, Gay, last year of contract. Palace will reduce the fee, I think. You reckon? Well, they'll have to, otherwise they'll price him out of a move. Aaron, I'll use euros. Use Vietnamese dong. It's 2.75 trillion Vietnamese dong for what it's worth. Use that. Okay, players are about to enter the pitch again. Players about to leave the dressing rooms and come back out onto the pitch. Big second half this for Union SG and for Club Brugge. Ben, I prefer Mexican pesos. No skill, Aaron, you got fleeced. Well, you guys are the experts in being fleeced. For God's sake, have I actually put Union? I've got Union Saint-Gilloise to win. I need I need USG to sort it out here. I'm desperately chasing a win for USG. Aaron, no, I have seen the market. In what world is Ekitike worth £95 million? Well, 69 million quid in exchange. When you look at the other centre forwards available on the market, Gyökeres is going to go for what? Maybe 70, 75. And Ekitiki's 5-6 years younger. Well, 5 years younger, not 6. 5 years younger. Okay, we're back off and underway here for the second half. I really like that Club Brugge kit. No skill Aaron says Hato is better than Gay. No, he's not. No, he's not. Gerald Hato's a very, very talented young player, but he's 18 years of age, mate, and he's only ever played in the Eredivisie, so make of that what you will. If Liverpool was to sign Hato, I guarantee the response would be, yeah, what, he's only ever played in a Farmers League. At least Gay has won. He's 24. He's won the FA Cup as the captain of Crystal Palace. He's experienced in the Premier League. He's played over 200 times in the Prem. To me, I know which player I would prefer. And Hato, as good as he is, he's not a player that walks straight into Liverpool's side. Whereas arguably, especially if Canate goes, Gay definitely does. Okay, massive thank you to everyone who has already liked and shared and subscribed. If you can already, get over to YouTube, give us a like and a subscribe. YouTube Premier League Dad, we're live every day. Come and check us out. Give us a like and a subscribe. It means an awful lot. Massive thank you to all those that have. Robbie Gay hasn't played over 200 times in the Prem. All right, 200 in the ballpark of circa 200 times. He's made 200 appearances. He's still only young, is my point. The guy's made 200 top flight appearances. Then let's say, he's been a very, very experienced player, given he's only 24. Callum Coyle, when is the next stream, bro? Well, I don't know, actually, because we've got tomorrow. There's not really an awful lot on. We could watch FC Hacker tomorrow in the Finnish league. We could watch... That's probably it, to be honest. There's not really much else to watch tomorrow. Tomorrow, there is literally very little football anywhere in the world. But we could watch FC Hacker in the Finnish league against Mariehamn. We could watch a bit of that, maybe. Otherwise, we can wait until Tuesday when we've got the Champions League football back on. So we've got Rangers against Panathinaikos on Tuesday. So we'll be doing that. Viral goal getter, any games today? Well, we're watching one right now. We're watching Union Saint-Gilloise against Club Brugge in the Belgian Super Cup Final. Union Saint-Gilloise, the Belgian League champions, against Club Brugge, who won the Belgian Cup. And Brugge are currently 2-1 up, and they're in again here, Brugge, if they can finish this off. Chance, good save from the keeper, really smart save. And Union SG get it away. No Skillaren Sporting versus Sunderland tomorrow. Yeah, I've debated that one as well. We could maybe get Sunderland and Sporting. That could be worth a look. Callum Coyle, I'm a Rangers fan, so yes, yeah, well, absolutely, we've got Rangers on Tuesday. We've got Dundee on against Una Strassen. We've also got Hibs against Midtjylland. So we've got loads of European footy on with British teams in action. So, yeah, we're going to be doing all them over the next few days. Great shot. Oh, good save. Tipped over the bar. Paul 4153. Are you Mike Ashley's brother? I am, mate, yes. No Skillaren, will you be watching England Women's? England Women's plays at the same time as Rangers v Panathinaikos. So I've got to make a decision on that one. Morsome 16, I'm going to the Rangers game. Very nice. Like it. Joe, whereabouts in Wales you from? I'm not from Wales, Joe. Nowhere near Wales. It's a corner here to Club Brugge. Chance for them to extend the lead. We really don't want that. Flicked on. Shot from distance. Miles wide. Miles wide. It's a really smart play by Bruges, getting the ball up the touchline. It's gone out for a throw-in. Again, if you're new around here, give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe. I'm live every single day watching football matches. So if that's your thing, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and get over to YouTube and give us a like and a subscribe as well. At Premier League Dad. Ostermorg got it done quick. At least Arsenal could learn a thing or two. Yeah, Arsenal dragging their heels on Victor Gyökeres. Fans are not happy, are they? Still surprised that they've been defacing the murals around Arsenal as well. Oh, that seemed a bit weird, didn't it? Here's Solis bursting into the box. Really smart play by USG. It's going to be a goal kick. McAllister doing some good work there. USG pushing forward through the middle. They're not really able to break through this low block from Club Brugge. Brugge defending really, really resiliently, it's got to be said. And USG just haven't really had any answers for it. It's been quite sloppy, if anything. As soon as the ball's got into the final third, they've just not been able to get enough opportunities carved out. It's been a lot of slow and pedestrian, working it to the edge of the box and then passing it back, and then maybe doing what we've just seen there, which is hoying it into the box, just chucking it into the box. Bruges head it away, and then it comes back at him. So it's very samey, it's very repetitive from USG. I think Bruges quite content with the fact that they're 2-1 up. They're just sitting back and accepting it. That's really poor from USG. USG whipping the ball in straight into Mignolet's hands. Too easy. Too easy. Far too easy. Okay, free kick from the right-hand side. USG with probably the first major chance of the first half here. Second half, sorry. Ball whipped in. Too easy again. Mignolet claims it. Catching practice, that. Jeremy Bokila signs for Livingston. Huge news, lads. Absolutely earth-shattering stuff, that. What other transfers have we missed today, by the way? Or what other transfer news have we missed today across Europe? Let's talk some out. Kyle Walker-Peters joining West Ham, of course. He was very, very close to a move to Besiktas. And Besiktas very publicly cancelled the deal, didn't they? They very publicly said absolutely not. That's us done. And pulled out on it. So Kyle Walker-Peters has gone to West Ham. Sunderland were very close to signing Armand Lorient as well. Armand Lorient from Sassuolo. He was flying to Portugal to meet up with Sunderland to do a medical and pulled out at the last minute. Evidently, there was a disagreement between Sunderland and Sassuolo on the bonuses that should have been included in the deal, the structure of the deal, and it got called off. Yeah, so the Loriente move cancelled. That's that done pretty much. Brighton have sold Evan Ferguson, or at least sent Evan Ferguson on loan to AS Roma. 40 million quid buy option. 40 million quid. Now that feels a little bit more in line with what we expected of Evan Ferguson when he first broke through at Brighton. There was a lot of big noise around him. He did really well. He got that hat-trick. And then he went out on loan with West Ham, didn't he? And he just wasn't the same player. So I don't know what's happened with Evan Ferguson. I don't know if he just maybe needs a fresh start somewhere else, or I don't know what's going on with him. But he's a wonderfully talented young player, and you would hope maybe a different environment, a different country, a different language, maybe he can reinvent himself and do well again. But he's a very, very good young player. Republic of Ireland international, of course, and maybe he gets back on track at Roma. Under Gasperini, of course, as well. Gasperini, a man famed for producing Lazarus effects on players. Players who, like Ademola Lookman, for example. Ademola Lookman was a player who was a bit lost in England, couldn't quite find his way, had, was thought of very highly, but that couldn't quite get right. And he went and met up with Gasperini at Atalanta, turned into one of the best young wide players in Europe. So maybe Gasperini does the same with Evan Ferguson. We shall see. Manchester United, Marseille, close to re-signing Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang as well. What about that? Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang off to Marseille. Ostermorg, it's a good move for Ferguson, gets to play under the ex-Atalanta manager. Yes, absolutely. And where do you reckon Lookman goes? I think Lookman might be tempted by Saudi. I think he might be tempted by Saudi. I think he'll look at players like Retegui, and where Retegui's just gone, I think he'll fancy a bit of that. Because there's not really an awful lot else that he can do. Will Rios to Benfica. Yeah, Richard Rios from Palmeiras to Benfica. That's an unusual one, isn't it? Oh, wonderful chance for USG. Must be. How have you missed it? How have you missed it? Oh, you absolute Fruit Loop. It's an absolute sitter. Make no mistake about it. It's an absolute sitter, that one. The ball got whipped in. Lovely little touch. He's one-on-one with the keeper. Is it a save? Is it a save? It's a corner kick here to USG. But I tell you what, he's got to put that away. It was Ivanovic. The ball gets whipped in again. It's a corner. Mignolet comes out. Can't get anywhere near it. Oh, it's going to be a free kick. It's going to be a free kick here. I physically can't believe that he missed that. Can't believe he missed it. Ivanovic missing an absolute sitter for USG. It's not 2-2, Ben. It's not 2-2. Still 2-1. There's no offside. Honestly, there was no goal. It didn't go in the net. Didn't go in the net. He should have put it in the net. It was an absolute sitter. But he put it wide. But hopefully it's a sign and USG are coming back into it. Back into the Volkswagen Super Cup Final. Edward, his Kieran, his keep, Nunes, 4 goals in 2 games. Yeah, he's doing well, Nunes, isn't he? Doing very well. Ben, Flash Scores just sent me notifications saying 2-2, then ruled out for offside. You can't trust Flash Scores. Not when I'm watching it here. I've got it straight in front of me. Right, Castro Montes has gone off. Andrew, where will Gyökeres go? I think it's almost certain that Gyökeres goes to Arsenal. Taylor H, choose the team Club Brugge are playing. Union Saint-Gilloise. Royale Union Saint-Gilloise. Edward, sorry, I haven't been around much dealing with stuff. No worries, mate. No worries. Always good to have you in when you come in anyway. Paul Hexham, it hasn't worked out for Nunes. Hitting a barn door comes to mind. I really like Darwin Nunes. I really like him. I would quite happily keep him next year. I think he's a wonderful player. I think he's... Right now, we would be selling him. If you think of Nunes as a stock, I think we'd be selling Darwin Nunes when he's like really, really low. And he'll only get better from this moment on. So I just don't think it's a smart idea to sell him. I think there's a chance if we keep him, he could have a breakout year. I know it's taken him some time. But I don't think he's been utilised right at all. And I would like to see what he could do in a different system. I don't think that will happen, by the way. I'm almost certain that he leaves. But... it's frustrating. Oh, that could be a pen, ref. That really could be a pen to USG. He's not giving it. He's not giving it at all. This ref's letting everything go at this moment in time. But USG are pushing forward much more aggressively. Big, big chance. Arcel1464. I hope Jashari leaves for AC Milan. Andrew, I hope Gyökeres does come to Arsenal. Yeah, me too. I really hope he goes to Arsenal. Ostermorg, we've been saying that every year he's been here. I know, but I think the problem's been that whenever he's had a really good run of games, he's always been dropped. Or rather, whenever he's had a good run of games. Whenever he's had a good run of form, he's been dropped. So I get the feeling that he's not really been... He's definitely a confidence player, Darwin Nunes. He's definitely a confidence player. And I think if he'd have maybe been treated a little bit differently, then I think we would have got better out of him. Paul says we won't sell if Diaz goes. I disagree, Paul. I honestly think they both go. Diaz looks like he's certainly going to Bayern within the next few days. That one looks pretty much almost done and dusted. And Darwin Nunes, we rejected a big offer for him from Saudi Arabia in January, and it now looks likely that they're coming back in. So if we get a big offer from Saudi for Nunes and you know, Diaz goes for maybe 70, 75 million to Bayern, then, you know, if we can pocket 120, 130, maybe even more than that on both of those, that's not a bad start at all. Ben, if Nunes could play with time, he'd be unreal. When he has time, he fluffs his lines. See, I don't think there's any evidence for that at all. I completely disagree. Every time Nunes has had time, he misses the goal. Apparently, I've heard that saying so much, but it just, if you look at his finishes, it completely tells you the opposite. It tells you completely the opposite. He's done some wonderful finishes when he's had lots of time. I just think it's confidence. I think it's a lack of confidence. And what happens a lot of the time with Nunes is he starts for Liverpool, he scores, and then he gets dropped the week after. Or he comes off the bench, scores an important goal, and he gets dropped the week after. It happened against PSG. Against PSG, he came off the bench, made the difference, won the big header, created the goal for Harvey Elliott to get the winner away at PSG. He was dropped for the second leg. He was also dropped for the the League Cup Final against Newcastle. He was dropped for the League Cup Final against Newcastle when all we was doing all game was pumping it long, and he put Jota up front. He put Jota up front at centre forward. Absolutely madness. Diogo Jota was a wonderful player, loved him to bits, but he was not a target man, and he was never going to beat Dan Burn in the air. He was never going to beat Fabian Schär in the air. Nunes might have done. So if we were going to play that way, I don't understand why he didn't put him in. So it's little things like that, and I can understand why Darwin Nunes got frustrated. And that happened under Klopp as well, not just under Slot. Ostermorg, how many more signings do you reckon we see? I think a centre-back is guaranteed. I think at this point, I think we see at least another 3. Another 3 is an absolute bare minimum. I think we get a centre-back. A left winger, and a centre-forward. And I'm already accepting that Ekitike is done. So I think we get another centre-forward. Yeah. I think we get another centre-forward. Even if it's just someone relatively young, let's say. Ben, like when Nunes stepped up for his pen against PSG, you didn't need to watch it. You knew he'd miss 100%. Well, yeah, you probably did because you don't rate him and you don't have any confidence in him. But you probably also didn't have any confidence when he was running through on goal against Newcastle. You probably didn't have any confidence when he was running through on goal against Brentford. You probably didn't have any confidence when he was running through on goal, or when he was smashing him in from 30 yards against Bournemouth, against Sparta. You know, when you probably was saying to him, "What are you doing shooting from there?" The guy has scored all different types of goals. I really like him. Like I said, we're not going to agree, but for me, I would happily have him at Liverpool next season. I don't think he will be. I'm almost certain he leaves. But if we had to keep him, if Arne Slot was happy to keep him, I would be delighted to keep him. Callum Coyle, God bless Jota though. Absolutely, God bless him. Yeah, God bless him. I do rate him, he just isn't what you think he is. Oy, oy, oy. Come on, USG. 70 minutes in, I need a goal from you. Desperately need a goal here from USG. Honestly, they're so poor. So poor. Bruges first every single ball. I don't know if you're still here, Wim. Wim's our resident Club Bruges fan, but if you're still here, Wim, you've missed a... I mean, Bruges have been the best team. Comfortably the best team. Right. Question. Let me end that poll. I'm going to start a new poll. Right. Start a poll. USG continuing to push forward here. Chance. Oh, good shot from distance. Right, I need your votes. I need your votes on YouTube. What game should we watch on Tuesday night? You've got two choices. We've got two choices. You can either watch the UEFA Women's Euros semi-final, England against Italy in the UEFA Women's European Championship semi-final. You can watch that, and we'll do that watch-along. Or you can watch Rangers against Panathinaikos in the UEFA Champions League second round of qualifying. It's one of those two we're going to watch. I need your view, your opinion on which one it should be. Make sure you go and vote on YouTube and let me know. Voting closes at the end of this game. So let me know which one you think it should be. Paul Nunes had to live up to 85 million when City got Haaland for 55. That's hard. Well, they were very different types of players, though, I thought. Passenger, who is the best defender now? Saliba, no. Van Dijk. Ben, is Macca's bro playing for USG, Key? Yes, he is. He's at centre-back. Or right-sided centre-back, at least. Sam, who is winning? It's currently Club Brugge, USG 1, Club Brugge 2. We've got 15 minutes left of normal time, potentially. Could go to extra time and penalties, this one. Right, well, it's neck and neck. It's 50-50 in the vote already on YouTube. If you haven't voted, please do so. I need an outright winner. Rangers against Panathinaikos or England against Italy in the Women's Euros. Which one do you think we should be watching? You need to go and vote. Premier League Dad on YouTube. Let me know which one you're thinking. Chimey, no more women's football, please. I know, I'll be honest, I am certainly hoping for Rangers Panathinaikos. However, again, I could be persuaded. I could be persuaded if people wish to watch the England women's game. We will watch the final. We will watch the final of the Women's Euros, but I think that'll be the last game that we watch in that tournament, or the next game that we watch in that tournament. We have Champions League and Europa League games on this week. So we've got Hibs against Midtjylland, we've got Rangers against Panathinaikos, we've got Dundee against Una Strassen. Lots of good British sides playing football. So I'm looking forward to that rather than the Women's Euros, because we've watched quite a lot of Women's Euros. Ben, enjoying the chat on here today. Soz not soz. Timbo Slice, it does annoy me that people can't watch the women without just comparing to men all the time. I know. I understand that, and it is, you've got to enjoy it for what it is. I completely agree. The reason I don't particularly enjoy the women's game. It's nothing to do with the women's game per se. It's more that I don't know anything about it. So I feel like a fish out of water almost. So I think maybe if I'd spent more time, invested more time into watching the women's game, I might know where I am with it. But I don't really know enough about it. And when I say I don't know enough about it, I mean everything. I mean, I don't know the players. I don't know the managers. I don't know what the players are capable of. What I can reasonably expect from say. I mean, there is nuances, isn't there? There is nuances to it. So it's one of them. I enjoyed watching the women's Euros. I really have enjoyed it. It's been, like you say, you only have to look at how I reacted in the England-Sweden game the other night. That was an unbelievable match. I really enjoyed it. It was good fun. But if you're asking me, do I prefer watching men's Champions League footy or women's Euros, I would personally prefer watching the men's, because at least I know where I am with it. It's what I've watched all my life. So I know where I stand. Paul, does anyone else think a lot of teams worked out how to play Haaland last season? I think City struggled last season. I don't necessarily think it was Haaland, you know. Haaland still did get 20-odd goals, was it, last season? He still had a very, very good season, individually. So no, I don't think anyone got the better of Haaland, really. He's a very, very talented player, and he can be a difference maker for City. But I still don't think, in spite of how many goals that lad scores, I still don't look at him and think of him as like an all-timer Premier League player. Do you? Do you? Am I alone in that? When you look at Haaland, you look at him and think, if I'm naming my top 5, maybe even your top 10 Premier League centre-forwards of all time, does Haaland make it in it? I don't think he does for me. I don't think Haaland does make it in it for me. Like, he's a wonderful, wonderful player, and you know, he can finish, and he's got a good goal record, but when I really sit and think about actually whether or not he's able to create goals himself, or you know, create goals out of nothing, or the types of finishes he's got in his locker, I think he's a wonderful striker for what he is, and he might well be one of the best out and out finishers around. But I don't think he's a patch on players like Suarez or Rooney, or, I mean, Christ, we could go on for days, but I don't think he's in my top 10 Premier League centre forwards of all time. Timbo Slice, Haaland is definitely going to be an all-timer. He's the Shearer of our time. No, Shearer was miles better. Shearer had more to his game than Haaland. Shearer could ping him in from outside the area. Haaland hasn't got that goal in him. Haaland can't score from outside the area. Doesn't do it. Ben, Suarez is the greatest forward I've seen in the Prem, 100%. Timbo Slice, Haaland can ping them from outside the area. He's just never outside the area at City. Well, okay, yeah, maybe I'll accept that. Callum Coyle, you've got to do the England though, if we make the final. I'll do the women's final whether England make it or not. I will do the women's final if England make it or not. But I think I'm going to prefer, and it looks like the poll is saying the same, to be honest. It looks like you guys are all telling me the same, that you'd rather watch Rangers against Panathinaikos in the Champions League on Tuesday. We've basically got an 80-20 split here in the poll, so I think that's what we're going to watch. We're going to watch Rangers and Panathinaikos, and I'm really looking forward to that one. Ben, over Henry, Rude, over Shearer, Tevez, Aguero, literally anyone. The tenacity and sheer brilliance of Suarez was actually laughable. He'd do things on a footy pitch that would make me laugh. Yeah, he was too good, Suarez. I mean, I personally think he's the best centre forward of all time. Again, I know that's a really big stretch, but I do. I don't think that there's been a centre forward as good as Luis Suarez in my lifetime. I really don't. And I lived through Ronaldo. And I know how good we've seen lots of wonderful strikers, but none as good as Suarez. Absolutely none. Will he actually does his long ranges are underrated? Haaland's long range ability. Are we now trying to say that Haaland can ping him in from 30 yards out? Go on, Ben. You know what? Thinking about something. Listen to this. What are we saying? Timbo Slice Haaland shows there's always a pendulum swing with players where they go from over to underrated. And vice versa, right? And vice versa. Sometimes players go from underrated to overrated, which is kind of what we've seen with Moussa Dembele at Spurs once he's retired. Moussa Dembele was one of the most underrated players in Europe, seemingly, when he was at Spurs. And since he's retired, all of a sudden, he now gets into conversations with, Gerrard and Scholes and Lampard and Keane, and you look at him and you're thinking, Moussa Dembele, are you having a laugh? Are you having a laugh? USG into the box. Must be. Hit it. Keep it down, you moose. What are you doing? Oh. Fucking hell. Absolutely shocking, that. Ball got played back to him. All he needed to do was just keep your weight over it. Keep your weight over it. Get your head down and get it on target. And he's hit that into Rowe's head. Oh, that's unforgivable. I'd sack him for that. Sack him. Ostermorg, do you reckon Huysen has become overrated since joining Madrid? No, I think Huysen's... I think Huysen is what he is. I don't think anyone would say he's like the best centre-back in the world yet, but he's on his way there. He's a very, very cultured centre-back, isn't he? And I think in time, yeah, he could be. I like him. I really like him. But as far as I'm aware, no, I wouldn't say he falls into the bracket of overrated. Ben, all-time Prem bests, Alisson keeper, Van Dijk defender, Gerrard midfielder, Suarez attacker. Yeah, it is. Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. Yeah, those are the non-negotiables as far as I'm concerned. This year I couldn't find it on Top Man. I couldn't tell you, I'm sure that's where we got it from. Or rather, I say where my missus got it from. Timbo Slice, Liverpool fan spotted. It's true. It's true. Right, Rangers and Panathinaikos really starting to dominate in the polls here for Tuesday. USG coming forward. Big chance for them. Ball's hung up to the far post. They can't keep it in. There's 5-6 minutes left of normal time here. 5 minutes plus added time. Paul Hexham, how can we leave Henry out of the list of all-time greats? No, listen, Henry absolutely does make it as one of the all-time greats, but I still don't think he was better than Suarez. Henry was incredible. He was absolutely incredible. But yeah, I still don't think he's not as good as Suarez. He's just not. Lisha, what happened with Isak though? Clearly wanted LFC, didn't he? What's the excuse now? What? No, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. He's again, this is Newcastle fans saying that he wanted Liverpool. Newcastle fans themselves are now currently saying his head has been turned and Isak wants Liverpool. So yeah, I'll be honest, mate. I don't think that hasn't changed. I think what we're seeing really is whether or not he's willing to push and to put a transfer request in, and evidently looks like that's not the case. he's not willing to put the transfer request in. If he put the transfer request in, I think Liverpool would have got the deal done. We'd have been there, we'd have made it happen, but Isak didn't want to put the transfer request in, so didn't happen. Right, free kick to USG here now. Rube, so you're watching Brighton's second teams tonight. Good to see you, mate. How are you doing? It's a ball whipped in from the right-hand side. I think McAllister's going to take it. It's a poor ball, though, and it's gone all the way out for a goal kick on the far side. Absolutely shocking. Absolutely dreadful, these. They're thick as mints. Thick as mints. Lisha, I was worried, I'll be honest, though, when he wasn't playing against Celtic or in the squad. And that's what Newcastle fans have said as well, yeah. That they're worried that he's had his head turned. And Eddie Howe came out in the interview and said that I've left him out because of the speculation around his future. And you don't do that if the player's head is, fully focused on the game. You just don't do it. So it's evident that he's had his head turned, and it's evident that I think if Liverpool could agree a fee with Newcastle, he'd quite happily go. And it looks like, to all intents and purposes, that he's missed his chance. Liverpool have maybe moved on, and we've gone and got Ekitike. Cleared away by Club Brugge. Rubes, Union SG are Brighton's second team. Yes, yeah, I believe so. Ostamog, what do you mean we can play a 4-4-2 with Isak and Ekitike up top? Yeah, everyone knows that's how it's going to happen. It's all going to roll like that. Isak and Ekitike in the 4-4-2. Oh, good little spin out there by Union SG. Ball in. Oh, good defending by Club Brugge. Really good defending. Steve, I just can't believe Rashford to Bar said he's not good enough to play there. I think he's not bad as a backup, mate. As a backup option, which is all he'll ever be. He's not going to be any more than that. But he's a decent little left winger. He can cover for Rafinha, and he could maybe even cover for Yamal on the other side if need be. And he can maybe even cover for Lewandowski through the middle. So he's just cover. That's all he is. He's nothing else. It's a little bit of cover. Club Brugge now cannot get out. They physically cannot get out. It's all Union SG. It's going to be a corner. And we're into the last 10 seconds of normal time. And then this scoreboard that the official's going to put up to let us know how many minutes have added on time. This is going to be crucial. How many minutes of extra time are we going to get in this game? 4 minutes. 4 minutes of added on time. Somehow can't see that one being enough. Bruges might have enough to finish this one off. Ben, here's one. Saddest or biggest drop-off from a player. I'll go first. Coutinho. Okay, Michu. Michu's probably up there. But Hazard was bad, yeah. Eden Hazard was bad. Rubes, Ekitike will go to Liverpool and then fail. And next year it'll be 100 million plus for Isak. No, it won't. 100 million plus Ekitike for Isak. Listen, Isak... The price for Isak comes down as soon as he says that he wants to leave. And I think he's basically saying that now. Right, 3 minutes to go here. Can Union SG get the ball up the pitch quickly enough so that they can maybe try and get one quick chance before the end of this game. Ben, no, because Michu wasn't really a drop-off, more sheer shock at the one good season he had. Oh, what are you doing? Oh my God, these are crap, these. These are absolutely dog. It was a lovely ball in. And he was stood on the penalty spot. All he had to do was take it into feet. If he'd have took it into feet, he could have swiveled and shot. Instead, he tries a stupid Cruyff flick from the penalty spot. You're not going to score from there, you numpty. What are you doing? There's 2 minutes left now. Ben, have you got USG on or something, Key? I have, mate. Yes, I have got USG on. Rubes, what game's next? Well, we've not got any other game next on tonight. There's no other games on tonight, really. This was the one and only game I was looking at and thinking, well, this one's probably the one to do. And there's no other games really on tomorrow. Tomorrow is the big one. We could maybe do Sporting Lisbon against Sunderland in a friendly. There's not really anything else to watch tomorrow, so I'm debating maybe just leaving it and doing Rangers Panathinaikos on Tuesday. Because I'm working on a video series at the minute anyway, so I could do with holding off on the whole. Oh, that's a bit of a naughty one. Could be a penalty. Come on, Union SG are in there. Here we go. Chance if they can. Pull it back. Oh, Itty! Itty! What are you doing? Oh my God, these are shite. These are proper shite. And Brugge are away at the other end here now. They could kill it off. Finish it off. Finish it off. They're crap, these. Absolutely shocking. Timbo Slice, I love how you're so passionate about USG versus Brugge. I've got money riding on it. I put a quid on USG to lift the trophy. On an accumulator. And I was hoping they'd get it done. Stupid me. Absolutely shocking. Rubes, nobody wants to watch the Mackhams. Yeah, I was going to say, I think we probably leave Sunderland then. We probably leave Sunderland and we'll do Rangers on Tuesday night. Rangers Panathinaikos on Tuesday night. So we won't be live tomorrow then. Tomorrow's going to be the first day in a while we've not been live. Callum Coyle, I've won my money. Nice, well done. Oh, there you go, it's finished. It's finished. Union SG 1, Club Brugge 2. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. But a good result. Good result for Club Brugge. And they have won the Belgian Super Cup. They lost it last year against Union SG. They lost 2-1 last year. Now Club Brugge have won 2-1 this year. So, yeah, there you go. Ben, no other Premier League, no other games on today. Hang on, pal. The Mongolian Prem is on and the Peruvian second tier. Timbo Slice, no Premier League, Dad, tomorrow. What am I supposed to do then? We could do a Finnish game. We have got a Finnish game on tomorrow. We could do FC Hacker. What time's kick off in that, by the way? Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Because I could be persuaded. What time is it? 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock kickoff tomorrow. 4 o'clock kickoff tomorrow. FC Hacker in the Finnish Viikosliga. So, I mean, we could watch that. I could maybe do that. I'll see. I'll see what we're up to. It's a write-off. See you Tuesday. Yeah, I was going to say, I think Tuesday is probably the best. So we'll do that. And we'll do Glasgow Rangers, not Brett May yet. We'll do Glasgow Rangers, Panathinaikos on Tuesday. Callum Coyle, I haven't won yet. I need Rangers, and then I boom £100. Nice, well done, man. Well, okay, well, we'll see. We'll see how they get on Rangers. I think Rangers have got a chance, certainly, of a draw in that opening leg against Panathinaikos. So we shall see. Wade Dodd, what a name, FC Hacker. I've seen FC Hacker live. They played Liverpool in a Champions League qualifier about 20-odd years ago. And I went and watched it. We won 5-0. Robbie Fowler scored. And Michael Owen scored. So yeah, I've seen FC Hacker before. But I'd like to maybe not watch them tomorrow. I'd rather focus on the video series that I'm doing. I'm doing a full video series to be released before the start of the new season. I'm really looking forward to letting you know what it is. So I will share that with you as soon as I have an update on it. But I am going to be... we'll wrap the live up now. We'll wrap it up. We'll finish. We'll get it done. And I will see you all on Tuesday. Tuesday at 7 o'clock. It's a 7:45pm kickoff for Rangers. And I'll be live at 7pm. So I'll see you all on Tuesday night. Adios. Take it easy, Timbo.